what's up? It's your girl Rajanae. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, today is a great day because it is September 19th and that means this is my 5th year anniversary of being on YouTube. So exciting. I just want to say I am so proud of myself because this whole content creating YouTube stuff was not something that I was planning on doing or anything like that, but I'm here and I may not be where I want to be just yet as far as like YouTube and stuff like that and with content creating, but God willing, I'm still learning, I'm still developing, I'm still trying to learn myself and become like a whole CEO, a whole boss out here, you know what I'm saying? So I may not be as far as maybe other creators, or I don't have as many like subscribers or anything like that, but I always take it a day at a time. I always just pray to God, and God's timing is the best timing. But I just want to say I'm so happy and I'm so excited. So this is what I'm here today. I can't talk. This is why I'm here today, because I wanted to talk about 5 things that I have personally learned as a content creator and being here on YouTube. I know there's probably so much more that I have learned, but I just couldn't think of anything, so I have these 5. I'm just gonna speak from the heart, really. So without further ado, let's just get to it. Okay. The first thing that I've learned is you don't have to have the most expensive equipment. You probably have heard this from like other content creators and whatnot, and I feel like if you have, what are you waiting for? Like, it's literally the truth. Like, I can't tell you how many times like I've gotten frustrated or I've gotten like upset because I was always filming with my phone at one point with just content, and I would get so frustrated because my storage would be full all the time, and then like it would just shut off with me like in the middle of recording, and then like, you know what I'm saying, like there's already pictures and other videos that I have on my phone that this is the only source that I'm using to record content, and I used to just be so frustrated about that. And I remember my mom was like, you know, you could always get a camera. And then my thought was like, okay, if I'm gonna get a camera, I want the most expensive, like the best camera out there that all the other big creators are using. But it's like, I'm just starting out, so why am I trying to use the most expensive camera? Why am I trying to get the most expensive thing or the best one that's out there in that year? Like, you're just starting out, like you don't have to do the most. And so for me, a tip that I would give anybody who's trying to start as a content creator would just be use your phone. First of all, I remember I was on Threads one day and someone told me that there was a person or a creator who has, I don't know how many YouTube channels, but they've successfully have like over 1 million or so subscribers, and the only thing they were using was their phone. So that just goes to show you that you actually do not need a camera. I mean, obviously you can always upgrade when the time is right, when you can, but you do not always need a camera to start. That person has probably been doing like YouTube for like years and years to come to have 1 million subscribers, and all they've been using is their phone. So you do not need to have the latest camera and all this other stuff. Like, you can definitely use your phone, but if you definitely want to get a camera, I would suggest, what I did was I waited until it was kind of around like Christmas or Black Friday when I saw that there was like a sale for like cameras. Me personally, I had got this camera. It was like a content creator kit and it was on sale. So that's when I got my camera. So I would say whatever jobs, whatever chores, shifts, whatever you want to do to pick up some money and to save and to get a kit or like a camera that's on sale, I would suggest you do that. If you stay focused, you grind hard enough, because if this is something that you truly want to do, you're gonna do whatever it is that you can to get that money so you can get that camera and make that content. But if you don't have the funds or anything at that moment, I wouldn't suggest trying to do the most expensive thing possible, because where are you getting the funds to do it? Start small, start with what you have, okay? Because everybody has to start somewhere, and use your phone, okay? Another thing too is that I was frustrated about not having a place to like edit, and so I didn't have a laptop. Same exact thing. You can always get like refurbished, I think that's the word, refurbished laptops or whatever the case may be on Amazon. Okay, it don't have to be like the newest MacBook or whatever the case may be. As long as it's new and everything else is erased and it can basically start fresh and it works the same as if it was new, you can still use that, you know. So that's what I would suggest. You don't have to have the most expensive thing, the latest cameras, laptops, whatever the case may be. Use what you have, okay? Because you never know what you could be doing, how successful you could be with just using with what you have. Don't stress yourself out. It's not that deep. Okay, the second thing is you can never revamp too much. I think what I mean is you can never like revamp or like rebrand yourself, or you know, trying to find yourself as far as like your niches and whatever else. I feel like there's never too much revamping that you could do. Like honestly, with you starting out as a creator, you're going to be all over the place. You're most likely going to be confused. You don't know what niches to do, like what interests you and things of that nature. So there's no better way to start now, you know. Like when you're just starting out making content and whatnot, there's not a lot of people that really know you. They're not really seeing your content. You're kind of in a place where you're trying to get yourself out there and you're trying to get more people to see you. So that's the perfect time for you to make as many mistakes as you're gonna make. And really, I don't want to say mistakes, but mistakes, right? Because you learn from those. But this is the part where you can learn how to read like your analytics and all that other stuff. Like learn what content does a lot better than the other content that you're putting out. Like this is the time to really learn your channel, learn your audience, how to grow your audience. Like whatever it is that you need to learn to be a better creator would be the perfect time. And I feel like it's never too late to learn and to enhance your growth and your knowledge. But this is the perfect time. But I don't think that there's too much revamping that you can do. Revamping is always good, I feel like, personally. Rebranding, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because you may have to start somewhere just to get an audience, to grow your audience, and then who knows, you know, the bigger that you grow and the more people that know you and follow you and see what you do, the more you can start adding different content or different niches and whatever else. But I don't think that there's too much revamping that you can do because you're pretty much in your early stages. So don't be afraid to make the mistakes, to try this and that doesn't work, so you're trying this and then that may not work. Like there's never too much, you know. Just take your time, enjoy the process. Third thing I would say, this is a big one, it's an important one. Support won't always be there. When I say that, I want you to understand that there are going to be people that will not support your dreams and your endeavors, your visions, whatever it is that you have in mind. If you're wanting to be a content creator, an influencer, there are just going to be people who do not understand you. They don't understand what you're trying to do. They don't think that you can make money from this. They don't think that you can go far. Even if it's people that you know, that you go to school with, your family, anything of that nature, surprisingly, they won't support you like you think they would. And I know that from experience. That's just how it is. Like I used to ask my stepdad, like, you know, why is that? Like I always thought that people who know you or you've been around, if that makes sense, like your family, I thought that they would be the ones that would be the most supportive, but they're not. It's the people that don't know you that is the most supportive. And it could just be the fact that they're low-key hating on you, you know, because they see that, you know, you have dreams, you got goals, you got visions, or there's something about you, you have a certain potential that maybe they don't have or they wish that they have, and they're envious that you have it. It could be so many other different things. Like they probably don't even see you going far with it. You know, it's something that you're probably just doing temporarily, but you're not trying to do it long term. I don't know what it is, but to be honest, I just wanted to be completely like transparent. There are just going to be people that are not going to have your support like you thought that they would, and that could honestly hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how disheartening or how like what's the word? Discouraging, is that the word? When you're starting off as a content creator and You're putting out videos, you're putting stuff on TikTok, you're putting stuff on IG Reels, you're putting stuff on IG, you're putting stuff on your YouTube Shorts, you're putting stuff on YouTube, and it's just like, it doesn't get the views, it doesn't get the comments, it doesn't get the likes, it doesn't get the shares, you know? And it's hard, you know, because you're just like, this is content that I've probably been working on for days, weeks, all this other stuff, and you're not getting the engagement that you want. Especially, you're not getting the engagement from the people that know you. You would think that they would support you and they would have your back and they would share, they would like, they would comment, they would uplift you, but they don't. And I want you to know it can be discouraging, but don't let that stop you from continuing on your journey of being a content creator. Don't go looking for validation. Don't go looking for other people to applaud you on your successes. I always say that you have to be your own cheerleader first before you expect other people to cheer for you. As crazy as that may sound, again, there's just going to be people who don't see your vision. They don't believe in you. And if you don't believe in yourself first, and you don't believe in your vision, and you don't see your vision, then you can't expect other people to see it too. Okay, as delusional as it may sound, people are not going to believe in you, but if they're not going to believe in you, they at least need to see your delusion. Like, they at least need to see, wow, like, it's crazy, she really out here doing this, or she really out here posting, or she doing, like, you know what I'm saying? They have to at least see that you're passionate about it, even if they do not believe in it. So you have to cheer for yourself. You have to celebrate the small wins. I don't care if you've received or you've gained 2 subscribers today. That's how I am. Like, anytime I gain a subscriber, I feel happy about it because I'm one step closer to getting to 1,000. You know what I mean? I'm only at 169, but that's besides the point. Like, still, you know, any subscriber that I gain, it's closer to a goal that I have. So don't always go looking for validation and applause and this, that, and the third, because you're going to be waiting a while to receive that. Believe in yourself, believe in your vision, celebrate your own wins. And that's how, I think, a tip that helps, and this may sound very delusional, but you just have to act like you're already like a big content creator. Like, act like you have 10,000 followers, 10,000 subscribers, even if you don't. Pretend you do anyways, because at some point you're going to get there, but pretend that you do anyways. Pretend that there's people engaging with you on your content, even if they're not. Just pretend. Again, the delusion. But hey, at least it's passion that you have. It's the drive that you have. It's the love that you have for it. And I feel like as long as you believe in yourself and you have a goal in mind of what you're trying to reach, and the reasoning for your content, that's all that matters. But don't ever get discouraged about other people not supporting you, especially people that are closest to you, because they're not going to. Honestly, I heard something that said something along the lines of, people won't support you until they see other people supporting you. As sad as that is, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it has to feel like a FOMO moment in order for people to support you. So all you gotta do is keep grinding, keep hustling, keep posting that content, being consistent, because that's a huge one that I've gotten a few times from other creators and people who are doing like bigger and better things than where I'm at. They always just tell me to be consistent, and I guess that's another tip. Another thing I've learned is to just be consistent. That's something that I'm dealing with right now. I'm learning how to be more consistent. Don't judge me. But yeah, be consistent, because if not, like, if you're trying to work with brands, if you're trying to get other people to notice you, whether it's athletes, celebrities, rap, like what other brands, whatever the case may be, they're not gonna know about you if you don't consistently post. And I'm not saying that you have to go out of your way to like stress yourself out or stay up all night, all morning, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm not saying like do the most to the point where you're stressing yourself out and you're like, damn, you're in the hospital. Like, it's not that serious, babe. Take some time, take some breaks, things of that nature. You don't got to do all that. But if you're a hard worker and your work ethic is up there, yes, because it is going to take a lot of hard work, but you definitely do need consistency. Because if you are not consistent, these brands and whoever else that you're hoping to see you is not going to see you. Because just because you posted on Wednesday at 5 p.m. doesn't mean that everybody was online on Wednesday at 5 p.m. There's people that just missed it and they didn't see it, you know? And if you're posting on Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case may be, your content probably didn't reach that person. You know what I mean? So But who's to say that if you post on Friday, then that person sees it? Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to be consistent, okay? You gotta always put your face out there, put your name out there. Always just post. Whether it can be, if you want to even start small, twice a week at least, you know what I mean? Posting twice a week on YouTube or something like that. And then even if, you know, you can't do more than 2 times on YouTube, don't forget to maybe repost something on your Instagram story, or post something on your Instagram story, or do something on TikTok. At least you have different platforms where you're putting your face out there and putting your name out there, so that the content is still being consistent and you're still being consistent. But if you're not consistent, there's not going to be people that know about you and what you do. And then it's like, in the event, if you do end up working with those brands or anything of that nature and you're not consistent, they may look at that and be like, well, how am I supposed to work with this person? And they only post when they feel like it, or, you know, they post this day, but then you don't see them in like 5 months. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but that could be an issue, or that could be something they look for in the future. So always be consistent with your content. And another thing that I have learned from other creators and stuff is that create your own opportunities. And I've gotten that from like sports creators who are actually partnering with like the WNBA or like the NBA or things of that nature. Like, this is advice that I've gotten from them that they've told me, is to create your own opportunities. I remember I went to like a Houston Rockets, like a sports, like job fair type situation, and I spoke with someone who works with the Houston Rockets, and it's the same exact thing. She told me the exact same thing. Create your own opportunities. She actually told me I was ahead of people that she knows or that she has talked to that actually went to school for this type of thing, and I didn't go to school for this technically. But I'm way more ahead than those people are. So, and it's not to brag or anything like that, but it's one of those things where it's like, do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show that sometimes to get to a certain place, it doesn't always need to be like you have to have these credentials and things of that nature, because sometimes really like being in this industry is tough to get into. And so people think that you have to have these requirements, you have to have this, and you have to have that, and there's nothing wrong with that if you do have it. But even those people struggle and they have a hard time getting into those spaces, while you're someone who didn't go to school for that, but then God blesses you with that opportunity, and it's like boom. So honestly, it's going to be tough getting brands' attentions, athletes' attention, other creators' attention, like whoever it is, but create your own opportunities. Don't wait for brands or other people to give you those opportunities, because it's the same thing like I said before when it comes to supporters. Don't wait for those people to give you the validation and the applause that you're looking for, because you're not going to get it. Same thing with brands. Don't wait for other brands to reach out to you, because they got other things to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? They're not, a lot of times, they're not going to reach out unless they really see what you're doing or they see your content. And sometimes it may take you tagging them 15 times before they actually see you. That's why consistency is so important. But don't wait for other people to notice you and to put you on their PR list or whatever the case may be. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait for nobody. Create your own opportunities. Create your own things so much that it's popping so much. Now you got brands reaching out to you. The same brands that you was probably trying to reach out to 5 months ago, and now they're reaching out to you 5 months later. Stay consistent, grind, and create your own opportunities. Don't wait for nobody. Go out there, grind, hustle, and be consistent. Okay, this is another big one that I've been struggling with, is people will judge, criticize, put pressure, etc. On you, but just do what feels right to you. This is a huge one, because when I've been doing like content creating, especially with my sports media platform, you can follow me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram. When it comes to that, you don't know how much like criticism and like comments and advice and other things of how this could have been done better, or you did this wrong, or this, that, and the third. And it's always been like, whew, it's been some arguments, I'll say. And my intention is never to argue with anybody or to make anybody feel left out or to feel bad when it comes to my content and this, that, and the third. It's never that. My thing is I do what I can. I do what I have. I work with what I have. And sometimes you're gonna have people that judge your content and be like, why would you put that out? Why does your content look like this? Why do you edit like that? Why would you do this? Why would you put that out there? Like, there's always gonna be people that judge and criticize you and this, that, and the third, but there's nothing wrong with taking whatever criticism that you feel applies to you. You don't have to accept everything. You just pick out what applies to you and apply that, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when it comes to criticism, I am guilty of this and I won't lie. I sometimes feel like when criticism is given to me, I'm just like, excuse me, like it's already like, I'm already at you. I'm at your throat, okay? I'm already, what you say? But no, sometimes I can't like accept criticism. And then other times I feel that this is just a person on the outside looking in that doesn't know what it takes to be a creator. So there's people that are just going to talk about you and judge you on something that they don't do on a daily. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it feels like for you to find days of when to film content, how long it takes you to film content, how long you got to set up, how much equipment you have to set up, how long it takes for you to edit when that video will be done, how do you want your content to come across, what type of edits do you want to do, are you want to put graphics, like there's so many different things I feel that comes into it that other people will be quick to judge you if they're not doing it. You know what I mean? And so I would say don't let that get to you, you know. It has gotten to me a couple of times, but I would say don't let it get to you, okay? You know what it takes to be a creator. You know how much work goes into this. And so if people don't like it, don't watch me, okay? You know, if you don't like what I put out, create your own, edit your own, do whatever it is on your own, okay? But that's what I would say, and I hope that makes sense. You do what feels right to you. Pray about it, if anything, and move on. Don't let other people's comments and negativity get to you. Another thing that I've learned, and I didn't put this on here, but I think I've learned this from dang, I forget what his name is, but I think he was with Kai Cenat when it was a Streamers University. I can't think of his name right now, but always brainstorm. Always brainstorm ideas, different content that you can make, that you could put on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever. Always brainstorm ideas. I can't tell you that enough. I feel like that's one of my favorite parts, to be honest, is brainstorming ideas and figuring out, what other content idea could I put out? Oh, I could post this on YouTube. Oh, I should do this. Like, you don't know how exciting that is for me, because I feel like that's the creative process that I love so much, because I'm a creative individual. So if it means me thinking of like other content ideas that I can put out, best believe I'm doing it. Like, you don't know how much and how many ideas I have in my notes as far as content, as far as businesses that I want to start. Like, you just don't know. It's so many in here. It's ridiculous. Like, you know how I always say, and I don't think you guys have ever heard this, but I always say I have like 60 to 100 tabs opened in my brain. I mean that. I have like over 160 type notes and whatnot in my phone of ideas. It's ridiculous. So you can never brainstorm too much. Always brainstorm ideas of what content you can do. You don't always have to do it to a T. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously this video right now, it probably seems like I'm all over the place and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm literally just speaking from the heart. And sometimes that's the best content. It's when everything is not completely planned out. You're just speaking from the heart. So this is not 100% planned out. I wrote whatever notes, but as you can see, I've been adding along as I go. So you can never brainstorm too much. Honestly, that's the best part and the most fun part. Okay, last thing, just be yourself and have fun. And just like honorable mention, never put yourself in a box. When I say that, I just mean like when it comes to niches, gosh, okay, yeah, I've had a social media manager. I was on a call with her once, like some months ago, and she literally, now she's cool, there's nothing against her at all. I think she seems real cool. She was very blunt and very honest, but she did tell me that it seemed like my content was literally all over the place. And we've had like a conversation that may have lasted 30 or so minutes, maybe. But I still learned some things, even if it was like, what, it's all over the place, what, you know, because there's things that I didn't understand at the time, but you know, I understand where she was going with certain things, and so now I'm trying to implement that in my content. But when I say don't put yourself in a box, like honestly, you never know who you could be talking to. Like you could have one social media manager or someone sit there and be like, you need to pick like 3 niches, while somebody else may tell you just do whatever, do what you like, don't limit yourself to any niches or anything like that. So it just truly depends. If I had to tell you, I mean, honestly, I'm a versatile person, so I honestly feel like I cannot be put in a box. Like I like so many different things, you know, like on this channel, like I'm a lifestyle, fashion and beauty creator. I definitely want to do more hauls on this channel. I want to do like more beauty stuff, more fashion stuff on this channel. Prepare for that. But I want to do more of that on this channel, but at the same time, I have my Boo Tales that's coming back, season 2 coming back next month on my channel. I want to do, like, I like trying snack reviews, like eating those creative type snacks. There's just so many different things that I could have in my mind as ideas for content, and it may not just be like lifestyle beauty or like fashion. It could be something else. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm back. Sorry, I was taking phone calls. Okay, so, and my camera overheated. Okay, so let me hurry up. So like I was saying, like don't ever like feel like you have to put yourself in a box. I mean, honestly, if it was me, I would say if you're just starting out, because if you're anything like me, I'm literally all over the place. I'd probably pick like 2 to 3 things. I mean, I would honestly start by writing a list of things that you love, things that you like, things that you love doing, things that interest you, and then kind of just going from there. Maybe pick 2, maybe pick 3. Again, you don't have to stick to just picking these niches, because obviously later on, like the bigger your following is and the more that you grow, you can start implementing other things that you would like. But you always want to be able to test the kind of content that's doing well, because whatever content is doing well is what they like. So sometimes even if it's content that you don't like doing but it's doing well, you kind of have to like do it. You know what I'm saying? Until you're able to like be in a place where you can start putting out more content that you like doing or that you want to put out. But I would start just writing out things that interest you and that you love, and like content that you feel like you can just make like all the time. Like you could talk about it all the time, you could do it all the time. So that's what I would do. But me just telling you to pick like 2 or 3 doesn't mean that I'm telling you to just commit to those and not do anything else, because I literally just told you I'm a woman who is very versatile, so I can't stick to just 1, 2, 3 things. But you know, starting off, like I've been learning to kind of like differentiate myself as far as like what kind of content I put out on my personal channel versus what content I put on my sports media, and then putting it together to sit there and say I'm a lifestyle creator, entrepreneur, and sports media personality. Because at the end of the day, you get that when it comes to lifestyle, that comes with fashion and beauty, and it's all mixed together. So yeah, and never be someone that you're not. I always say be yourself, because that's something that my mom always instills in me, is to always be myself. Never try to be like any other YouTuber or other creator or whoever else is out there, because they're not you and you're not them. Make your content. People want to know who you are. Okay, if they wanted to know whoever that creator is, they'll go on their page. They'll go follow them. They'll go subscribe to them. You know what I'm saying? They'll keep up with them. They don't need another them. They need a you. So never be afraid to be yourself. You're going to find your audience if you be yourself. That's it. Okay? Don't make it hard on yourself. This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to show people who you are, what you're into, what you're able to put out. I honestly feel like people can tell people that are fake, people that are just doing it for the wrong reasons and for wrong intentions. Always be yourself and have a reason as to why you're wanting to do this. Why do you feel like your content is the best? Why do you feel like people should watch you? Do you know what I mean? But always be yourself and don't go off being someone else, or don't think that you have to do things that's outside of your moral compass or outside of your values because you're trying to get views, you're trying to make money, you're trying to do this. Because that's not truly being yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting yourself in uncomfortable positions to be successful, and I don't feel like you have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Okay, if it's not something that you would do and it's outside your moral compass and it makes you uncomfortable and you don't work with certain people and this and the third, then don't do it. But always be yourself. People are gonna like you for you if they truly love your content and love who you are as a person. So don't go trying to be like everybody else. We need to see something new. Okay, and I want to see more creators. I want to see new creators. I want to see what kind of content you're putting out. Like, I always love to support people. So if you are an upcoming content creator, or you're wanting to become a content creator and you came across my channel and you came across this video, start that channel, start that page, whatever it is that you want to do, and then tag me. Okay, and I'll watch your content, I'll support, I'll give feedback if you want me to give feedback. I'm still learning as well, but we can grow together. But I think that's everything that I wanted to say. Oh, my body hurts. I think that was everything. So I want to say thank you again to everybody that has subscribed to my channel, who has liked my videos, anything of that nature. Thank you so much. It's been 5 years, and honestly, I just pray that I continue to grow, to get better, that my content gets better, that I'm more consistent, that I can grow my audience. Yeah, just thankful. So yes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this video if you felt like it helped you in any way, and I'll see you guys next time.